Hello, everybody in Facebook land, social media, however you found us. Thanks so much. Dylan here talking, well, everything real estate. Obviously, I've got a brokerage here, help people buy and sell, a property management company. So when it comes to talking about certain things, we know a little bit. Not everything, but a little bit. Today, well, first hit like, share, and comment. We'd love to hear what you have to say. But today, I want to talk a little bit about what I call inflated rents. And there is a model out there for individuals that own or are buying rental properties where they have a different outlook on who they rent to and what they charge. And let's just be honest, not everybody's background, finances is created equal, or well, that's not the best way to put it, ends up equal, right? Everybody's in a different place. On the property management side, we're checking references, we're checking income, we're checking backgrounds, we're doing our best to protect the property owner by putting the best possible candidate into a rental situation, right? That's good for us because it means we have good, steady tenants that are just good. They want to pay, they want to stay, they take care of the place. They work with us when we need to get in to fix stuff, things like that, right? There's another model out there that some people don't check all of these things or any of them, or maybe one or two. And because of that, they're able to get a different type of clientele that will pay significantly more for rent than maybe is a normal market value. And I run into this all the time when I'm evaluating properties, either for myself or for my owners in general. And every so often it comes up, and I have to be honest that that's a good model. Well, I should say it's an okay model. I'm not going to judge, right? It's an okay model for whatever you want to do. However, when it's run in a more conventional, looking at it from the way we would look at it, best way to put it, we're never going to get the same rents. And a good example is a property I looked at myself. It's in a little more of a rural area, and it has 2 motels, and it's got 2 duplexes. And I start looking, I go, okay, I'm wrapping my head around the work and all the things. And then I start looking at the rents for what is there and what they're doing. And I started realizing, I was like, these are really high. That's great. And then I started thinking about, how is that possible with that area? And I'm not an expert in that area, right? But I know that area. And my wife goes, God, that's just how are they getting that high? And then it hit me, and I realized the whole model for the whole property is getting these inflated rents because they're taking credit cards to pay for them, because they're taking people that have a very colorful background or things like that. So it's a different model. There's nothing wrong with it if that's your model. But if you're evaluating a property and you're thinking that some of these rents are really, really good and you're confused, check it out. Ask a few more questions and do your due diligence on that, because you may even unintentionally. So it's one thing if we take on a building like that and we go, hey, we know that these rents are inflated. This is how it has to be run. We might not like it, but we could do it, right? But if you buy that type of property and you have a turnover and then you start trying to rent it out and you can't figure out why you're not getting that, you might not get that same rent because you don't realize that you have to run it differently. Even if you're not the most in depth with going through tenant stuff, you might not get that rent and then be confused of why. So, little help there. It's what I call inflated rents. Pay attention to it. If a rent looks too good, there might be a reason. Dig in and have a great day.